Hello and welcome back to Thea the Awakening. My name is Vormithrax. You can call me Vorm, and we're going to continue our playthrough. Try to learn some more about the game, see how far we can get. This is my first playthrough, so bear with me if I hesitate and have to read and figure things out and make some plans. Really enjoying the game. I like the flavoring and the way the game plays, so it's got some really cool aspects that I'm enjoying and looking forward to playing it some more, especially after this first kind of a trial learning game. It'd be nice to really crank it up and see what we can do once I have some idea what I'm doing. So let's continue. Alright, so we've got our community back there, Astoya, and we've got our one expedition out and about. They've got 0 out of 5 movement left, so I'm going to go ahead and just have them sit there as I pass the turn. They do still have food for 10 turns and plenty of camping materials, but let's... Yeah, I don't think I can... Yeah, I don't have the... I need at least an action point, I think, to go into camp mode as well, so they're kind of stuck. So, we'll just end the turn. Turn 32. Ooh, Hungry Unliving. What do we got? So, production... So, crafting tools, finished in 1 turn, and still making rabbit stew. Everybody's still busy. So this message was... so we completed, I think that was one of the food items. And we added some more wood. Alright, so we're getting a pretty good pile of wood now, so I might have to start looking into diversifying again. We're only bringing in 1 meat per turn from our pasture. So I still need to figure out a way of diversifying my food supply, so I get those bonuses for having multiple food types available. But otherwise, we're done with those. Don't need to change anything in town, and... I don't see anything in the Fog of War for me to go... Whoops, right there is something I can go visit. It's a little ways away. Not seeing anything out that direction. Guess we're going to head over here. Check out the Hungry Unliving. Alright, filth must be slain, fight, broken skeleton, and 1 unliving corpse. I think these are fairly simple, but I'm just so shy of hitting that auto-resolve after losing one of my people that we're going to do it this way. So the broken skeleton's level 2, 15 total health. He hits pretty hard, actually, for a smaller skeleton. 8 damage is not anything to shrug off. All of my guys can take at least that hit. And I've got a big hitter out here. He'll do 21 damage on his own, which will easily punch through that. Actually 25, including the poison hit. And then he's got 11 total shield, and I can shield him even further. So let's go ahead and get him thrown out. And the other guy will have to play his tactics. So yeah, not surprising, he brought out the unliving corpse, and he's got the question marks because he's not able to attack in the first round, so this should be pretty easy. Well, he's got 29 health, so that's a pretty good amount. So this will be 13 damage, so that'd be 34 if these guys... Let's see... Confuse, counter offense, shield ally, get closer. I really don't think this is going to make much difference. Every one of my guys has got shielding to take the hit from that first guy. That guy's not even going to get a turn. This really isn't going to make a difference. I don't know. Everybody just pop out here. First round, he's going to hit him, but not do enough to penetrate the shield. My guy's either going to kill him flat out, or not quite kill him flat out, but then this guy will finish him off, and the other guys will all dogpile in. So actually, there is a chance. I'm going to throw 1 shield on him, but the rest of these guys can just come on out. We'll do... Oh crap, I forgot. Shield ally is going to apply to these guys, not him. So I might actually take some hits. This could be bad. If he happens to go the wrong direction, I'm going to take hits. So I actually did this wrong. I can do confuse, though. So let's do that. That way he won't get that first swing and I'll definitely survive. And we'll just do get closer. Alright, so it'll work out. And I did go to the left, so that eliminates that guy. And everybody dogpiling this one will finish him off, no problem. Alright, well, I almost managed to screw that up. Rib cage, another bone, and a citrine axe. Might be nice. Alright, I don't know if something like this allows me to hunt and gather the meat. If I go here, I've got 2 movement points left. If I say to camp, so yeah, it does provide meat, so that's what that does do. Alright, cool. So if I say gather, and load this up with all of my gathering guys. I don't have quite enough to double it up, but that's 16 meat, so I think that's worth the time spent here. I could also grab some wood, but yeah, it takes 2 turns. Oh, 50. Can I arrange this so that I can get... Nope, no matter what I do, I can't quite get 1 turn for both of them. Yeah, that's the best I can hope for on that. Alright, so I think that will be fine. End the turn there.
An unexpected visitor, Theodore, arrives at your village.
Your food stocks have grown. Your people are learning how to live in the awakened Thea once more. But the darkness is not gone. Always looming in the shadows, lurking behind corners. It is time to try and find clues as to what happened and how to repair it. Ah, that's the spirit. I knew we could count on you. I must warn you, others have tried and failed before you, so the road will not be easy.
Alright. Do you know anything more about what happened to the cosmic tree or why the darkness came?
I know some,
oh
but
boy.
I do not hold the answers you need to seek. I know that once Thea was a land ruled by high magic. A land where demons were kept in check by the peoples, and by the cosmic balance upheld by the gods. The pillars of Thea stood sturdy and held our world together. Now the barriers between the lands of the living and those of the dead are torn asunder, and thus darkness holds a tight grip on us. Without your aid, whatever made the sun return may not hold for long, and the age of darkness may descend upon us once again.
Alright, fine. So how do we find out what to do?
There have been those who sought to undo this curse, those who were charged with the guardianship of Thea's pillars, and who have failed us. Some were the ancient peoples you call elves. Some were avatars of your gods, and some just people who proved worthy. And yet they all failed thus far. Here, on this map, I marked a spot where one such guardian may hold answers for you.
Without giving you a chance to say anything more, Theodore disappears, leaving you with a map.
Alright. Cosmic tree. How far off is that? Not too far actually. Just northeast of the village. And got a couple other places or things we can do out there. Alright, well that gives us a place to go, so let's break camp. Ooh, we'll go ahead and get moving that direction. Try this again. Alright, so we've got 11 turns. That still gives us plenty to get there and hopefully take care of a few more things. I'd like to bring back a good supply of meat. So we'll see if we can arrange some stops. Maybe hit that, hopefully the timing's right to stop here to gather some meat for the night and then hit the spider's nest on our way back. Okay, what do we got? More research. I have really no idea what to do on this tree. It's going to take more playtime to really figure out the benefits or disadvantages of chasing down certain research paths. I know it probably has to do with what I have access to. And that certain things unlock certain other things. Just my ignorance of the game so far. I really don't know what to go choosing here. I think I'm just going to hold on to that research point, because some of these things take 2 points, and I'd like to see what they are, if nothing else. Actually, I need a point for the staves. I've heard getting staves, and then I think it's pole arms or pikes sort of down this path is supposed to be a good thing. Let's go ahead and do that. Then I'll need to get 2 points to unlock pikes. Alright, so that takes care of that. Production completed. Alright, so these guys are now doubling up on rabbit stew. How's our inventory doing? A little bit of meat, still got plenty of fruit. Not show equipped. Get this cut down a bit. Alright, so we got a couple of gathering 3. Oops, bad quality? Really? Alright. And we also have a crafting tool 3. 2 of them actually. Another one that's bad quality. I wonder what that actually does. Because this bad quality one has the same 3 crafting, but it's got less weight than this 3 crafting here. The same thing's true here. Same 3 crafting, but the one that says bad quality weighs less. I'm not sure I understand what's going on there. Alright, so we've got 100 rabbits, almost 100 rabbit stew. Probably what I need to focus on is what research do I need to do to keep my crafters building useful things out of the materials that I've got. So staves, if I pick a stave, I've got lots of wood now, so that's not a problem. As a primary material though, I think I would want to use the wicker instead. I think that's a higher quality item. And let's try that for a secondary, and then just that for a fuel. So woven branch, 10 research points. Two-handed. Doesn't show the stats, so other than this two-handed branch, I don't know much about it, but I'm going to go ahead and tell it to build one. That'll at least get me the research bonus. So let's go ahead and throw you down there. So she by herself can get it finished in 2 turns, and he'll just keep working on the rabbit stew. We'll add some more. Yeah, I think that's good for now. That'll hold for a couple of turns, and production for the gathering side. Alright, so doubled up on the wicker for the 2 turns. If I switch him back to fruit again, I'm gonna need, that's only 220, so it'll take 3 turns for wicker after this if I keep it this way. I think I'm fine with that. Alright, so everybody here is fine. What else we got? That I know about. That I know about. Okay, we added the 16 meat from my expedition. And got 1 meat. And then 7 wicker and 7 wood. Okay. So we're good on all that. Let's go ahead and go back to the expedition. Oh yeah, so end of the turn. That would be the rabbit stew finishing up. Okay. Didn't have quite enough points. I've still got 1 point left. Can I actually get resources here? I can get straw. Straw doesn't seem too important, but I've got a point that I don't think I can use. Nope, 2 points to get to it. Let's go ahead and camp. And we have just enough to get 2 rounds of straw. Hello, wolves. 2 skulls. That sounds like it's going to be a harder fight. This will be interesting. Alright, I know about them. Alright, idle villagers. Alright, not surprised about that idle villager message. You guys, alright, need to go to the crafting section. So we finished up the staff. I'll go take a look at that in a second. Actually, we'll look at it now. Where are you at, staff? That one? Woven branch? So 3 damage, piercing damage, and sturdiness. I don't know what those factors actually mean. Card dealing piercing damage is placed in front of the last card and deals half of its piercing damage without additional effects to it, but only when the last card is an opponent's card. Alright. So if the opponent plays an enemy, and I then play a card or a character with the piercing weapon, they'll get to move in front of that enemy and they deal half of their piercing damage immediately. So that would be a way of getting the first strike option. Alright, so piercing damage is interesting. Sturdiness. In physical and sickness challenge, damages the enemy and heals you for the sturdiness amount. So are physical and sickness challenges different than combat? Or is physical considered combat? That I'm not sure about. Alright. Something a higher level version of this would be nice. Maybe that's what the pike does, or the next level down that research branch gives you a little better version of this. Yeah, so the short staff. Wow, this one is only 30 weight, but 3 times the damage and has the sturdiness value. I think I'm out of amber though, so I'm gonna have a hard time building even better versions of these. Alright, let's go back into the village. I need to look at 11 craft, but no gathering. 9 craft, but also no gathering. Can I give them a gathering tool instead of a crafting tool to bootstrap their... So if I take this away and give them this, yeah, they get 3 gathering, so that might be enough to make that worth it. The 110, I need to get it to 125 in order to get every 2 turns to finish this. So these guys here, it's not going to be quite. Oh, it is exactly enough. Cool. So 125, 2 turns. So I can, with that help, I can get the. Forget what that's called, but I can get it in 2 turns. Then the other one. That's through here. Doesn't get me high enough to double this up. That does, but that'll be every 2 turns. Let's do it that way for now. So we're going to put everybody on gathering missions for a bit. I just don't have enough crafting stuff that I think it's worth it. I got enough meals. I've got spare tools. I need to get some research done to get some other more interesting things building. I don't know if it's worth just mass producing useless items for raw materials or for research. So if I repeat this, wicker and wood. Am I going to get this every single time I make one of these? For some reason I thought after you made the first one you kind of that's where you gain the research points, but if you're going to gain the points every single time you make it, this seems odd to me. Really, diamonds work in that space? Well, let's see what this makes. So wicker, diamonds, and wicker. We'll try that. It's still just a woven branch. It doesn't really show me any differences on this screen. 16 research. Don't have enough amber. Do topaz. 14 instead of 16. And then 12 instead of 16. Huh. So apparently I haven't made this one because I used the amber the first time and I don't have enough amber. So these are different recipes. So it may be true that if you make the exact same thing, you don't get the research bonus for the later ones. I'm going to hold on to the diamond though. I think I'm going to wait until I get the pikes before I use the diamond. So yeah, I'm going to hold off doing any of that for a couple of turns. Maybe until that expedition comes back. So that I know about. I'm not going to worry about any of that. This is where I'm interested, so. Break camp. 2 skulls, but we do have hunters, so let's try the hunting. And I'm going to do begin combat on this one. This is a hunting challenge, so I don't think this will have carryover damage that I have to worry about. Notice, well, things look fairly. There's no level on this one. Usually there is, so I'm not sure some of the changes between this and combat challenge. This is what? Leech. Leeching damage causes the attacker to gain that much life. Alright. Yeah, this is definitely not a combat challenge because I don't have most of my shields or any of that kind of stuff, so once again that first action one is useless because it's too low a level. Counter offense probably is also too low. So get closer is the only thing this guy could possibly do. Counter offense, again, probably too low, so both of those guys are just going to end up coming in after the fact. So this is going to come through. We're actually going to be getting hit for this. Huh. Slava has 0 damage. Not sure how that's going to work with a leech attack. This is kind of weird. Same here, 0 damage. Well, let's throw a Gatka out. And I get to do another one, do I? See, he doesn't even have a Get Closer. I guess I'll just use him for the counter offense because there's nothing else I can do. It's probably wasted. Yep, it was. Doesn't surprise me, but he had no other option. I think this is going to go poorly. Huh. Oh. Get closer. He'll bring his last one out to be... Oops, nope, he did... what did he do? I'm not sure what tactic he used on that thing. And I don't know if I can find out. Alright, well. Guess we're just gonna see what happens. Didn't quite get it. Ouch. Yeah, I'm gonna get smoked on this one. Again. No, not another one. At least I get to go first this time, and level 3 Confuse is the only choice. Gotta wait for that to come out. Counter offense is useless, first action's useless, and Get Closer I'm gonna have to wait on. Let's make sure somebody with some damage gets out first. Alright, so that's 5. I've only got 1 health left. Yuck. So he's definitely going to take me out. And... yeah, level 4. I can't even confuse the thing. So I'm going to hit it for 5, but it's going to take 7 before it drops. And I only have 2 guys that can actually do damage, so... and this guy is going to be confused the first round. This is bad. Well, what do I do here? He's going to play that as a tactic. Need to make sure she goes... oh crap, I forgot. He is totally useless. Can't do a damn thing. Great. I've got to do Get Closer, but I did this in the wrong order. I should have put him out before that came out. Can't do much about it. Once again... oh, good, he went to the right. That's actually a good thing. Ah, good. Okay, I actually got pretty lucky there. That could have gone a lot worse. The good news is, like I said, it's a hunting challenge, not a combat challenge, so none of the damage that I was taking is actually damage to the characters like it is in the combat missions. You just have to win the challenge with your skill sets and your characters. So we got 8 meats, some fur, and what is that? Cooked fish? Alright. Yeah, that was kind of weird, the way all my damage levels. I think the damage was actually based on their hunting skill. If I had to guess, that's what that was. So if I look at these characters, so Mishivenko or Misevico, I pick him and then take a look. Traps, that might, yeah, that's probably it. Yep, primarily in hunting, tactical, and fight challenge. So he had the trap skill. I think she was the one that had 0. No, she's got 3 traps. He was at 0. He has no trap skill. So that's what was going on. So he had no hunting appropriate skill. So that's where the guys had 0 points for damage value. Alright, so that's good to know. Alright, so we still got some points. Let's go ahead and get over to the cosmic tree here.
You find the skeletal remains of a person, most likely an elf, as the bones have a slight silver tinge and are much lighter than any other humanoid bones you know. On the body, you discover a scroll that unrolls as soon as you touch it. There is a smell of burning wood in the air, and the scroll itself seems to be warm to the touch.
Read it.
So the cosmic tree stood in flames, and with it, the world burned alike. For as the canopy burned, so did the skies turn red, and the heavens were no more. As the core burned, the earth scorched, fields turned to ash, and Thea became a wasteland. Finally, as the roots burned, so did the gates to the underworld, and thus the souls of the dead could find no refuge, no peace, no purpose. You see some notes scribbled on the side of the scroll. Note 1 is written in a beautiful style, impeccable, neat, and very distinct. It reads, "And so our duty failed. Did we fail our charges? Did we abandon them too soon? Or were we never supposed to do so in the first place? Should we have guarded the sacred pillars more vigorously? I must go to the Evergreen Grove and find answers. Signed, Alicia Silveroak, Scholar of the Age of Thunderer, Keeper of the Knowledge, Last of the Sacred Guardians." There is an old map with the grove marked upon it. It won't be easy to follow after all this time, but you do recognize some landmarks. There are also 5 pieces of silver tree bark which emanate with strange power. Note 2 is clearly scribbled in a hurry by an unknown author. The elves seek to diminish our work. No surprise there. I must get to this grove before they can meddle with mankind again. The Sage Tower should give me some clues as to how to stop the elves. The darkness is a side effect for sure, but I'll be damned if I let the magic rule man again. The rest of the notes are too damaged to read.
Alright, some XP and some research points. And we're a little ways away from our next research. XP went up though, so next turn we'll have a bump of our character's abilities. And alright, now I'm confused. So cosmic tree. Well, what's going on there? I guess those are just the 2 other locations that I need to go check out. But I'm going to finish my sweep that I'd mentioned before. So we've got 2 points. Let's see how far we can get. Can't quite get to there. We're out of movement points. Still got plenty of food. We keep picking up more, so... And I don't think anything changed back there. Gonna go ahead and end the turn, but then I'm gonna also... Whoops.
But alas, grow up we must.
Oh, one of our kids matured. Cool.
Into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea.
Alright, so we gotta pick a specialization. Ooh, a medic. I think we want a medic.
Becoming an adult is an important rite of passage. The whole village celebrates this joyous occasion. The youngster places a food offering at the altars of their gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good future.
Alright, so we gained Himislav, and we lost one of our child inventory items, basically. The child grew up into Himislav. And turn 36. A bunch of stuff popped up, but I'm actually going to close the episode right here. So, hope you'll join me for the next episode of Adventuring in Thea the Awakening. And like I said, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I like the flavoring of it. The card game is actually pretty interesting once you get used to how it works and understand the basic mechanics. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that occur with it for all the other types of challenges, and understanding how to kind of make up your party and balance the huge list of various skills. So, I mean, like Mishevko here, I mean, all of these skills are used for various types of challenges in different ways. So, makes for a lot of variety, it seems like, and a lot of opportunity for party building. So, be interesting to see what happens there. But, like I said, do hope you join me for the next episode. As always, please do hit the like, comment, and subscribe options. That's the best way by far to let me know what parts of the channel content you're enjoying the most, and I'll try to focus my efforts where I see people are providing some support or some notification. So if you just want to hit that like button, that would be great. Or leave comments, or you can visit me on my Discord channel and we can chat about the games and any other comments there. And I hope to see you in the future. Have a great day. Bye-bye.